Do not marry potentials, but rather marry pattern. What is potential? Potential is that which somebody has not become, or something that person will become, but they have not become that thing yet. Now, what is pattern? Pattern is past history. Pattern is past record that you can track and say, based on this past record, I can predict a good or bright future with you. Potential is like a promise without proof. So on this video, I don't want you to fall into the trap of promise without proof. I'm going to be showing you five steps that you can use to identify potentials in a partner, not just for you to use to identify patterns, not just potential. Because I said potential is what? A promise without a proof. Do well to watch this video to the end, because you are going to be getting something that will transform your life forever. Number one thing you need to look for is consistency. Yes, you need to look for consistency, not occasional effort. I've seen some people who are in a relationship and they say something like this: okay, sometimes I discover that, or maybe once in a while, you discover a certain trait that you are thinking, is this who this person really is? But you ignore it. Or you see something that is like a once in a while kindness, a once in a while goodness, a once in a while testing, a once in a while calls, a once in a while checking up. You understand? So, excuse me. So, you look out for those things. Is this person consistent with me? Is the kindness he or she is showing me consistent? Can I bet a lifetime with this person based on this that I'm seeing? Because consistency, what they do consistently, is a pattern. So now this can help you to now make your choice. Is it a positive pattern or a negative pattern? Is the progress something that you can manage with, not just them telling you that I'm a kind person, I'm a good person, I'm this, I'm that. No. You don't look out for what they are saying, because what they are saying is just like a potential that is like a promise without a proof. So what you look out for them is consistency. You look out for consistency, not just once in a while effort. And that leads me to my second point, which is watch what they do under pressure. Yes, you might be thinking somebody can do anything out of pressure, this, that. No. You see, the best way you can really track the person's pattern is watch what they do under pressure. Now, in this kind of situation, you get something like, you get the real facts, you get the real makeup of that person. So if they use harsh word on you during pressure, just know that that is who that person is, regardless. You understand? So you must identify that, okay, this person is using harsh word on me during hard pressure. So, excuse me. So how do you think that they are not going to do something that will hurt you in the future, and they will say they did it out of pressure? Yes. Watch out what they do under pressure, because it is very important. If they slap you under pressure, just have it in mind that that is how they will continue, because it is who they are. they are just hiding under different canopy. Somebody who is kind is always kind, regardless of the situations. You understand? Regardless of the circumstances, regardless of anything. So most times, I'm not saying you should do that, but most times, just try and pay attention. Don't put them under pressure because it might backfire. But anytime you see they are having pressure, maybe in their workplace, or maybe just around, or maybe how they treat somebody. So that is when you actually say, okay, if this person can actually do this under pressure, it means that this is actually who they are, because what they do under pressure is their real self, is their real personality makeup, is their real personality build up. So watch out for what they do under pressure. Then number 3 on my list is track progress, not promise. You remember in the first time, before I started the video, I said potentials are promise without proof, while track record is a past history of what the person has been doing, which is it can be either be negative or positive. So with this your analysis, you can either decide, okay, can I go on with this person or not? So which leads to my number 3, which is tracking progress, not promises. You understand? You track progress. How is this person's progress? It might not be exponential, it might not be too big, it might not be too loud, but the little progress they are making, how consistent are they with it? How consistent are they with their routine? How consistent are they in their dreams? You understand? Are they even thinking of, okay, this is what I need to do this at a time. Okay, I need to keep this record at a time. I need to chase this at this time. I need to do this at this time. Not just saying it. There's a big difference between what somebody is saying and what somebody is doing. You understand? So you track their progress, not their promises. So in the last 6 months, you notice that this person was not actually doing something that you like. Then you comment on the stuff, and you see that they have actually made some progress. That's what you should track for. They are improving. They are getting better and better day by day. They are not who they used to be. You understand? Track progress. If they are making effort to become a better person by reading a book, watching, going to seminars, listening to audio CDs, listening to their mentors if they have. You understand? These are progress. These are things you should watch out for. These are positive pattern. These are progressive pattern. These are something that is very, very important. You need to go for, not just making promises. I'm going to take you around the world. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make you happy when we get married. I'm going to do this. No. If they are not doing it now, if they are not taking time to make each and little progress now, just have it in mind that when you get to the final destination, it will not still happen overnight. Then number 4 is pay attention to their cycle. Yes. So you need to pay close attention. Now, in doing this, you need to be very, very diplomatic, because some people are very, very smart. Yes. So you need to pay close attention to their cycle. So how will you do this? Let me show you a very, very perfect example. Just know that each person you meet, or anybody you meet as an individual, have 5 to 3 persons that are close to them. So they have these 5 or 3 people that are close to them. So this is what you do. You just ask, okay, who are the most 3 people that are close to you? You understand? Who are the most three people that are close to you? At least if they can't measure up to 3 or 5, that's not a problem. Excuse me. Excuse me. So if they can't measure up to 5 or 3, that's not the problem. If they can just measure 1 or 2, here this is what you do. You now say, okay, so how is this person like to you? You already know. Okay, this is now where you need to track their past history record based on progress. Okay, in these last 5 years, how has this guy transformed in his industry, in his career, in his field? And watch at the response they will give. If you hear response like, they are just managing, they can't kill themselves, we are all human beings, they are trying. This one, he was doing this before, the thing later stopped, then he was now doing this. No, I know that life happens generally, but if the response or the feedback you are getting from that question is not something that is encouraging, or if that response you are getting from that question is negative, just know that that is whom that person is. You understand? Now, that being said, go further, ask this question. Okay, what are their future plans? You know that you will definitely get a response from this question. What are their future plans? Now, everybody has a future plan. Yeah. You remember the quote that says that if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. Everybody has wishes. Everybody has future plan. Now, when you ask this question, you will definitely get a response. Yes, but this is when you will separate the sheep from the goat. Now ask them, what are the system and structures? What are their plans? What are the GPS, goal, plan, and strategies that they put in place? Because if you are setting goals, your goals need to be in a pen. You need to pen your goals down. Then your strategy should be written down with pencil, which means your strategy can change. Ask them what is their strategy. Make sure that your focus is the goal. If their goal is changing, know that that is not a serious partner. But if the goal is focused, but the strategy is changing, you understand? Because strategy must always change, but your goal must not change. So if you notice that, okay, what if you ask them, what are the strategy that you people put in place, that these guys are really putting in place to track their progress, to actually meet up with their goal? That alone will make you understand that, okay, they are making efforts to improve on their life based on positive structure or system that they put in place. Then if you see this kind of response that yes, they were actually planning to go and get a seminar or go, but this if you notice this kind of lackadaisical attitude, know that it is not a good one. So you need to pay attention to their circle. Pay attention to everybody around them. Pay attention to their past history. Pay attention to their future progress. Pay attention to their patterns. To their patterns, not just their potential, not just what they are saying, because anybody can say anything because words are cheap. So if you have listened to this I want to congratulate you. Thanks for watching. And before I drop this my number 5, I want to encourage you, if this video has added any value to your life, subscribe, share with your friend, and drop a comment at the comment section. Number 5 is observe how they treat others, not just you. Let me repeat that again. Observe how they treat others, not just you. Because if anybody is trying to get your attention, if anybody is trying to get you to do anything, maybe they are trying to get you to do a business, this is not just a relationship stuff, they are trying to get you to do anything, just know that they will do anything possible to get you, to get your attention, to get anything from you. But this is what you need to do. pay attention to how they treat others, not just you. Because how they treat others will determine how they are going to treat you. Yes, it might take some time. It might take some days, depends. It might take some weeks. It might take some months. It can even take some years. Yes, might not be expecting that. It might take some years. So watch and observe closely how they treat others people, how they treat their families, how they treat their friends, how they treat their colleague, how they even treat even beggars, even people, even subordinates around them. Pay close attention, and this must be done on a consistent basis, not just once in a while. No. If you really want to track their patterns, not just their potential, observe how they treat people around them, not just you, because you might be the target, and if you are the target, they will definitely do anything. They will definitely do anything, pretend to be sheep in wolf cloth just to get you, just to get those attention, just to get just to get what they want from you. And at the end of the day, you just discover that you were just fooling yourself. So I don't want you to be in that trap. So thank you so much for watching. Let me just rephrase my point again. My number one is look for consistency, not occasional efforts. You understand? Look for consistency, not occasional effort. Two is watch what they do under pressure. Yes, once life hit them, work pressure, finance pressure, the whole economic pressure, watch what they do under pressure. Track their progress, not their promises, because anybody can say anything. Track their promises, not their progress. Number four is pay attention to their circle. Yes, because there's a popular saying that birds of the same feather flock together. So pay attention to their circle. My number 5 point is observe how they treat others, not just you. If you do these 5 tips, bet me you are going to get a pattern from that person and not potentials they are trying not to be. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you so much. If it's your first time, like I said, subscribe, join the channel, join the community, drop a comment, and see you in my next video. I love you.